I think every marketer could use some tools, especially AI tools, to help them out. So in this video, I'm going to show you some use cases where marketers are spending their time daily, but what could be outsourced to AI in some capacity. So first, meetings take a lot of our time. And for example, I'm using this tool called Granola.ai, and it's pretty different from other transcription software, AI-powered software especially, because it allows me to make my own notes as well. So let me show you. Once a meeting starts, Google Meet, Zoom, whatever, it recognizes it right away. And while I'm at the meeting, I can just take some notes. Let's say Tim owes me 10 euros, and then I just keep talking. And since I know that Tim owes me 10 euros, I also know that Mary owes Tim 50 euros. So hopefully she pays up as well. And let's say the meeting is now over. I stop the transcript and now I can enhance the notes. So my note was only Tim owes me 10 euros. And now from the transcript, it adds that Mary owes Tim 50 euros. And there's also some other things that I mentioned here that are going to be summarized with these meeting notes. So I really love the fact that I can add my own notes, however incomplete they might be, and AI then enriches my notes with the transcription summaries. So this tool is only available on Mac. It works only in English, but at the same time, it's so good. And in terms of pricing, it says you can do 25 free meetings, but honestly, I've done way more. And I don't know if maybe I was such an early adopter that they don't charge me for it, but somehow I still keep using it for free. So this is one way of saving your time on meetings. Another thing you can do is if you have lots of client-facing meetings, then I'm using Lindy AI, which is an automation and agent building tool. And here I have used one of their ready-made templates for sales call prep. So basically, whenever there's a calendar event coming up with somebody, 10 minutes before, I get an email that summarizes what this person is doing, what the meeting is going to be about, so I don't have to go and start researching that person before the meeting. So this is a good time saver as well. For example, it gives me the meeting details, so I can just quickly use the link here instead. Attendees, if it finds the LinkedIn profiles, it's going to add them here. And lots of other context as well. So this can be really helpful, and I'm sure lots of other tools are offering this workflow as well. But since I'm using Lindy for lots of other things right now, then it kind of makes sense. But this is the more expensive tool. This costs like $50 per month. So it's definitely not worth it if you're just going to use this one automation workflow. But if you want more, then they have lots of templates that you can use. And if you keep using them, it's definitely worth the money. And the big plus of Lindy is that it's so easy to set up. The agent workflow is the easiest in any tool, so you might want to give it a go. Okay, so the next use case. Creating presentation slides can take a lot of time as well from marketers. And for this, I'm recommending two tools. One of them is Gamma.app. So with Gamma, you can create presentation slides so easily, but I would recommend it if you have already all of the content figured out. So you can easily add the content. Gamma makes it really beautiful. So here it's generating one of my presentations, and you can see how easy it is. Of course, you can change the templates beforehand, and you can make changes after this AI module has done all of its work, so you can really make it your own while saving a lot of time. So Gamma.app is about $10 a month if you're on a paid plan, but the free credits let you use it with up to, I think, 10 slides. So you can definitely keep using it for simpler use cases for free. But if you don't have the presentation fully figured out yet, then this other tool called Genspark.ai is also a really good option. But with Genspark, you can see I have the same presentation here as well. But this is an AI agent tool. It's not a simple slide creation tool or an AI chatbot. This actually goes on websites, scrapes data, does lots of research, creates images, creates graphs, lots of things you can do with Genspark.ai. You can see it has super agent, slides, sheets, AI pods, video, like lots of different things. Not that you should use all of it, but this also has some free credits where you can start playing around with it. And once you run out of the credits, it's like $24 per month. So use Genspark AI if you need to create slides, but you're not 100% there with the content itself yet. Because here you can keep prompting and ask AI to do more research, go to your website, pull more information, and stuff like that. And of course, here later you do edits and change almost everything here. So the next big time sucker for marketers is doing any type of research or data analysis that's needed for their work. And for this, I also recommend Genspark AI. So here you can go to AI Sheets, for example. Of course, you can also use the super agent, and it looks really similar to OpenAI chat interface, but I really like the AI Sheets. So here I can do a prompt like, find 10 best marketing tools that use AI. And this simple prompt is now going to create a Google Sheet. So you can see it's creating a sheet. It's naming it a sheet. It created header titles. So it thinks I need tool name, company, primary AI features, use cases, pricing model, key benefits, website. It's actually correct. This is all the information I would need. And now the next steps, it has gone into research mode. It's going on specific websites and scraping the data from that. And although it takes a little bit of time, it's going to start filling in all this information on this sheet where I can later on export it or share it, or I can also keep prompting to get more beneficial information. But of course, you don't have to use just the AI Sheets. It also has this super agent feature here. And like with almost any other LLM right now, you can connect it with your tools, for example, Google Drive, and it has different options: Gmail, Google Calendar, Notion, Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft Teams, Slack, Twitter, Reddit, like all of these different tools. And there are so many community built tools here as well. So this definitely widens your reach and the capabilities of AI, but I would be really careful about connecting the tools with any AI model. So with Gmail, I am being careful. I don't want any AI tool to have access to that. Another cool thing you can do here is you can personalize all of the outputs and make sure that Genspark knows everything about you. This is already filled out, but if you're just starting, you can do auto research here. So you just say your name, for example, and let it do auto research. And this auto research then can become your profile information that AI uses whenever it's creating some type of output. So this is really convenient as well. And in the meantime, on the AI sheet side, it's now filling in the sheets with my AI-powered marketing tools request. So you can see it here. It's adding the pricing models, key benefits, use cases, websites, and so on. And it keeps working on it. So I think everybody knows about Perplexity, Claude, OpenAI, and other tools like that. But Genspark.ai has had this agentic workflow for a while now, way before OpenAI released their own. So it is pretty good. So maybe worth to try it out. But now the next use case that takes the most time and I think is the best use of AI is content creation and repurposing. Even though everybody wants to hate on AI content, I think there's a big difference in how you use it and what type of principles you are following. So for me, I have built this monster system with make.com and Airtable. Let me show you here. Basically, I'm generating one piece of cornerstone content, which is usually a YouTube video. So I add the YouTube video link here. I can then transcribe this YouTube video. So once I run this action, it triggers my make.com automation. And this looks like a beast already because I have only built on top of it as time goes on, but you don't have to start this complicated. But of course, if you want to get my system, you can copy this one if you join aimarketingmasters.com, which is my private community where you get access to this automation workflow and many others. But basically here, the first route scrapes the YouTube video transcript and adds it here into my Airtable flow. So here is the transcript, the description from YouTube, and also the title. And once I have this information here, I can then start repurposing this cornerstone content piece that I put lots of effort into other mediums, other content types. So here I can do a blog draft, I can do a newsletter, I can do LinkedIn posts, and also I could do LinkedIn carousel images and the community post, for example, as well. And the key to getting these really good repurposed drafts is not about the complexity of this whole automation. It's more about the logic and instructions that I'm using inside the automation. So for example, for blog posts, I am first creating an outline. I'm using Claude Sonnet 4. I have really specific instruction. I'm following the best practices of AI search, for example, now. And After the outline is done, I'm doing research. And here I'm using Perplexity Sonar Pro model. And again, I have really specific requirements for the research, and it's all following the outline that was just created, and also my input, which was a YouTube link, transcript, description, and title. And then the next step is content writer. Again, with any type of writing job, I'm using Claude Sonnet 4 as the AI model. And here I'm also giving it the system prompt that makes sure that the output sounds like a human and not like AI. And main prompt again is focused on using the research that the previous module did and then writing it in a way that's optimized for AI search visibility. And then the next step is a fact checker module, because as you all know, AI can hallucinate here and there. So I'm doing a separate fact checker. Then based on the fact checker report, I'm doing a new fact finding research. And then the last content rewriter puts all of this new and fixed material together and then outputs it to Airtable, where I can get it like this. And of course, here I still have to do edits before I publish it. I have to add images, internal links, and stuff like that. But I think the biggest time saver is having those really high quality drafts ready. And here I'm also often doing LinkedIn carousels. So I'm using a tool that I'm going to show you a bit later to create these carousel images, and then I'm putting them all together into a PDF, and then I can upload them to LinkedIn. And this is a big time saver as well. So now the next use case that takes a lot of time is editing video content. And why I'm even talking about video is the fact that I think in AI era, we need to build trust more than anything. And video creation is still the best way to build trust, because you can see my face, you can hear my voice, you can see all of the mistakes I make, and you can see that I'm an actual human and not AI avatar. So I would recommend everybody to start their content strategy with the video and then repurposing that video into blog post, newsletter, emails, whatever. And if you're thinking this is too complicated, I'm going to show you this one tool called Descript. I actually don't love it because it keeps crashing. It has lots of problems. It has lost my footage a couple of times, but at the same time, there's nothing better out there because I have tried to find an alternative and I haven't found a good one yet. And to quickly show you how you can save a lot of time on editing is the fact that once you have the video here, you can record it in Descript or just pull the video in here and it automatically transcribes the whole thing. And once you start doing edits in the transcription, it's going to change the timeline of the video here as well. So the whole editing process is like editing a Word document. And some other AI features that make it so easy are the fact that I can shorten word caps. So any type of longer post gets deleted automatically. I can also remove retakes because I mess up a lot when I'm doing these videos. I can also remove filler words. And this already will make my editing process so much quicker. And there are lots of other cool AI features you can use here as well. For example, you can use this eye contact feature where if you're reading out of a prompter and not looking at the camera, if you use this feature, you automatically start looking at the camera the whole time. I have used it only once in my video and I don't think anybody could tell. And then you can also do a green screen automatically, which makes those shorts really nice. And while I mention shorts, you can create highlight reels, create clips. So if you have done a longer YouTube video, it can automatically create clips for you as well. Or you can do it manually here, just start moving things around and then create your videos this way. The next use case for marketers is using images and graphics with AI. And my recommendation here is to never do AI generated images or use them in your blog post or other marketing materials. Because I truly think that the main strategy for us as marketers should be to optimize trust building. So whenever somebody sees an AI generated image, however good it is, we can kind of tell it's AI generated. And if it's a featured image for a blog post, I don't want to read further because I don't trust it already. So I would recommend to do your own photos of your team, yourself. Use a simple smartphone camera. The quality doesn't really matter. You're building trust and you don't want to look too perfect. But there are some other ways you can create images and graphics using AI and make it useful. So as I showed my content system and the LinkedIn carousels here, I want to show you exactly how I create it. I use a tool called Placid, and this is a paid tool only. So it's $19 per month, I think, for 500 images. And here you can create these different templates. For example, this one I am using a lot. So you have to build a template and then you have to select which elements are dynamic. So for me, it's this text and also this body text. These dynamic elements are then used in my make.com automation. These are the Placid app modules. And this tool only, by the way, works inside an automation. But it doesn't have to make .com, it could be Zapier or whatever other automation building platform. And the logic is that this dynamic text element then has to be filled with AI output that you get from some other AI module. And you just have to use really good prompts to make sure that the text length is optimal, that the style of the writing sounds like you, and so on. But it takes a bit of time to set these up in a system. But I think the result is definitely worth it, especially if it's using your own ideas. For me, it's using my YouTube video ideas. The YouTube video is always original. So this is my original content, but it's packaged in a different way. So this is one way I recommend using AI images. But for this, you have to be a bit more comfortable with building automations. Okay, and unfortunately, this is where Descript failed me once again and lost part of my footage. So I still want to quickly show you two tools that help you create really quick graphs. First is Claude AI. And for example, I asked it to visualize a graph about Estonian startups fundraising. And it came up with these different graphs, all based on really good data. So I can just take a screenshot and use it in my content, for example. Another tool you can use for free is Napkin.ai. And here you can just copy paste your blog post and then use different paragraphs to generate these graphics. You can already see I have generated some of them, and this is the new one that I just generated. And it also allows you to change up these graphs, and once you're ready, you can just download it, and you can also make manual changes here. So these will help you create really good high quality graphs that you can insert into your LinkedIn posts, blog drafts, and other content that you're creating. So hope you like this video, and I'll see you next week. Bye!